What is up? It is currently 2:04 on the Eagle Time clock, and I am your host, DJ Fluffy Bunny. I'm rocking the mic this afternoon, and I have a special guest. Can you please introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm MAJ Leslie Shipp, also known as DJ Shipwreck, and I'm here from USAG, Italy, Garrison, and Task Force PCS.
Got a fellow DJ in the booth. I feel so welcome. Nice to see you, ma'am. But we have a bunch of awesome information over PCS. Can you go a little bit into that for me, ma'am?
Yes, I'm here to discuss the stop move that was put into effect this past weekend by the Department of the Army and how it's affecting approximately 200 movers of single soldiers, civilians, and families within our community.
Awesome. So if you want to hear any of that great information, keep it right here. But in the meantime, I have some Dance Monkey Baritones and So as always, keep it right here on AFN Vicenza as we serve you America's best. Good afternoon. It is currently 2:11 on the Eagle Time clock. And yes, I'm back, DJ Fluffy Bunny, with another DJ. I'm so happy now.
DJ Shipwreck, what?
Yes. But we will be talking about some PCS things that are happening in place of this coronavirus, which a lot of you guys are probably questioning.
Oh yes, I know we at Garrison have received lots of comments and questions on this, so that's why we're here to address it, to get a little bit of information out there to the community. Again, talking about the stop move that the Department of the Army ordered this weekend, and it's affecting approximately 200 soldiers, families, and civilians within our community. We have a task force over at Garrison set up, ready to handle each case of those 200 on a case-by-case basis and see where they're at in the process of PCSing, look at what they need, exceptions to housing, exceptions to the hotel, or if they are a case where we have to get them out of country right now. Again, case-by-case basis, we're looking out 60 days. So if you're in that window before May 6th, you were supposed to PCS, contact your leadership, chain of command, supervisor, and they will reach out to us at Garrison, and we will bring your case up to the SRO for approval or disapproval.
Wow. That is like a nice little package with a bow on top. I love that.
It sounds so easy, but we are going through every case with the fine-tooth comb to try to figure out what is going on with people. So if you have a case that you think is one of those that needs to get out before the 6th May, which is the mark on the wall by DA, then we can look at your case and bring it up to the SRO, being General Cloutier.
Awesome, awesome. But there are exceptions to this policy, which we'll get at next break, so keep it right here if you want to hear more over this. But in the meantime, I have some Sunflower by Post Malone, so as always, keep it right here on AFN Vicenza, because you already know we're serving you guys America's best. I am your host, DJ Fluffy Bunny, with my, I would say, co-host, fellow DJ.
I can be a co-host today. Yes! DJ Shipwreck.
All right, and previously we were talking about the PCSing and things happening with that due to the coronavirus, and can you give them kind of like a back brief on what we did discuss, ma'am?
Okay, so as I was discussing with DJ Fluffy Bunny, we at Garrison already have 10 of that approximately 200 we're thinking cases that are being affected by that going up to the SRO today. The SRO being Senior Responsible Officer, for those that don't know, General Cloutier, for review and see if they're going to get out of country, if they're going to continue the PCS, or if they're just going to squat and hold with us here in the community. And what's affecting those exceptions to policy are where you're at in the process of PCSing. Have your household goods been picked up? Have you shipped your vehicle? Have you been issued tickets where you're trying to fly within the next week? And us at the task force are focused mainly on those right now that are from today to 7 days out. Then we're moving on to the following week. So we're going to make it all the way out to that 60-day window, and we're taking the, as my boss, Colonel Vogel, likes to call, wolves at the door. We're getting the ones that are biting us first, and then we're going to look at the pack further out. And we are also looking at where you're currently living. So if you're in private rentals and you were supposed to terminate, there it goes, your lease within the next week to 30 days, Housing is currently working with local landlords to either extend your lease, or if you're not able to do that, we can either move you into government quarters or the hotel. So with that, trust me, we are definitely digging into each case, reaching out to people. I've personally spoken to people on the phone, trying to figure out what's going on with their situation. So when your case goes in front of the SRO for approval, disapproval, we are making sure we have all the details for you so he can make an informed decision.
Beautifully said. I loved all of that. It was so informative.
I hope so. I really do. And I want the community to know that we are really trying to champion their efforts, what they're trying to do, and we understand that this is a very turbulent time, especially PCS overseas to either CONUS or to another overseas location. So, and then you add the coronavirus on top of that, and it's been fun to say it the best way. But we are here to help. So if you have questions, go to your chain of command, and they should get it up to us so we can try to get everything in and answered for you.
Well, you heard it here, folks. And if you want to hear a little bit more, we have a couple more discussions going on. But until then, we have some ex-ambassadors next. So keep it right here on AFN Vicenza as we serve you.
Y'all.
Yeah.
America's best.
Guys, good afternoon, 241. Guess what? We're back. DJ Fluffy Bunny and DJ Shipwreck.
Yeah. What?
And we were talking about the PCS process and how that's affected and what's happening. Yes. And again, ma'am, if you could back brief everybody again.
Again, we are talking about the stop move that was in place by DA, Department of the Army, this past weekend. And we're talking roughly 200 in the community that will be affected by this. And so, like we've said before, if you think you're one of those special cases that we need to bring up that might be a possibility you have to get out of country, contact your chain of command or supervisor, and they will reach out to the Garrison Task Force and we will take your case up. And then I know there's going to be some questions about people that were planning to ETS, retire, chapters, if you're having administrative separation, medical separation, and reservists that are facing that ADOS. We are working currently with Department of the Army to see what is going to happen with that. We are waiting. We put an RFI, request for information, up, and we are waiting for that to come back with the answer from Big Army, not just at our level. Also, for those that are scheduled to move April, May, you will more than likely be getting phone calls from housing and from the transportation office to cancel pickup of your household goods, as Transcom, United States Transportation Command, has also put a halt on moving household goods if they had not already been awarded. So if you are already in the chute and you have that pickup date already done, those household goods are going to continue to move, and you might meet them a little bit later than expected, but we're asking for patience at this time as we are learning just as you are learning at the same time. So that's why we're here. We're trying to make it kind of a flat thing so you know what we know at this point of what's going on. Also, if you were expecting to go over to DHR at any point in the next month or two to get orders cut to PCS, that's not going to happen right now. Case-by-case basis, that may happen, but just mentally prepare yourself right now to hang out with us a couple more months here in Italy.
Oh, no.
It's not the worst place to be stuck.
Yeah.
Also, one thing that we're really committed to at Garrison and why I'm here is to make sure we are answering your questions about this stop move. If you have questions, please go onto our Facebook page or AFN, the Eagle page, and then ask those questions, and we will try to get answers out to you either through the Facebook medium, through a community message, and or at the town hall that we have scheduled for this Friday on the Garrison webpage, the virtual town hall. So
awesome.
Colonel Vogel could bring some answers out to you also.
Awesome. But guys, you heard it here. You're going to hear it again. But guys, we have some toothbrush up next, so enjoy, guys. Guys, good afternoon. It is 2:53, and if you are familiar with my show, you already know what time it is. We're closing out. Yes, aww. You got to say goodbye to DJ Shipwreck over here. I'm crying over here.
I know. They're going to make me go back to work. It's okay.
But speaking about all this PCS stuff we have been talking about over this entire hour, for those who just missed all of it, what is the takeaways people should get?
So the big takeaways are, yes, there is a stop move in place for PCSs done by DA, which is Department of the Army, that came into effect this past weekend. We are currently working with those that were due to PCS within the next 60 days on a case-by-case basis if they can get an exception to policy for that stop move. Exception to policies are if your PME, your professional military education, would be over 6 months, or if you have an EROT, early return of dependents. Right now we're working with ETS, retirements, chapters, and ADOS for the reservists that are located in our community. But again, we're going to do a one-by-one case basis, look through all those, so if you feel like you fit in that that exception to policy kind of footprint, contact your chain of command so we can get that up to the SRO, General Cloutier, and his staff to make sure that we get that pushed up higher so we can get you out of here if need be.
Yeah, so guys, don't be afraid to reach out. It all depends on you guys. Make that first step.
Yes.
But yes, we're going to have to say goodbye to DJ.
Oh, I'm sorry.
DJ Shipwreck.
Thank you, DJ Fluffy Bunny.
Maybe she'll pop by sometime within this year, hopefully. Maybe.
Yes, especially since I get to say y'all.
Yes. But like I said, you guys have the power, and that's why I have some snap up next.
Yes.
So keep it right here on AFN Vicenza as we serve you.
Y'all, America's best.